So, you've decided to start drawing in 2025. First of all, respect. Second of all, why now? Did you wake up one morning and think, yeah, let me give myself a lifelong skill that's equal parts rewarding and frustrating? Because if so, welcome, you're officially one of us now. Maybe this was your New Year's resolution for 2025, or maybe you're watching this in July and it's your midlife crisis, I need a hobbit kind of moment. Either way, you're here and I got you. Starting anything new can feel overwhelming. What do you need? Where do you even begin? And most importantly, how do you stop yourself from rage quitting when your first drawing looks like it was done by a sleep-deprived child? That's what this video is all about. If I were starting from zero today, this is exactly what I would do. Now, the good news is, learning to draw today is easier than ever. Back in the day, if you wanted to get good at art, you had to either enroll in expensive classes, or apprentice under some mysterious old master, or barter with a witch, don't ask. Or basically wing it, hoping for the best. Now, you got YouTube, endless online courses, and enough free tutorials to make your head spin. No excuses, right? Some of the most talented artists I know learned entirely online by themselves, developed their own quirky styles, and are now out there teaching others. And the best part, you can tailor your learning exactly to your taste. Want to master hyperrealism? There's a course for that, or 10. Want to draw anime eyes so big they defy physics? Yep, that's out there. See for yourself. But let's be real, so much information means decision paralysis. There's literally an avalanche of content, and before you know it, you're binge watching how to improve at drawing videos while your drawing pencil's dust. Now, to be honest, my watch history is about 90% drawing tips and 10% cats. I mean, come on, look at that. Cats. Okay, back to the topic. So pick one learning method and stick with it. Whether it's a beginner-friendly YouTube playlist, a structured online course, or even just draw along while Bob Ross paints.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
One good starting point is digging around your favorite artist's bio and works. Usually they will have something to help you get started. Now let's talk supplies. I know a lot of beginners think they need the perfect setup before they can even put pencil to paper. What kind of pencil should I use? What's the best sketchbook? Do I really need an iPad? Listen up, the only things you really need are something that makes marks and something to put those marks on. Seriously, you could start with a ballpoint pen and a napkin, no excuses. That's how I got started, literally just pencils and napkins. Sure, good materials can smooth out the process, but they will magically turn you into master. A $400 sketchbook won't fix your wonky proportions, and a fancy tablet won't suddenly teach you how to draw hands. Trust me, I've seen many questionable ones that are more suspicious than AI. Expensive gear can also make you more hesitant to practice, and that can be a downside because it makes you feel like every page should be masterpiece worthy of that pricey paper. I don't know if there's a term for people that get the most expensive equipment as soon as they enter a hobby, but I think we all know those kind of people, and trust me, that's not the way to go. I think we can all appreciate starting out from the most basic material and then upgrading as we understand more about them and get that sense of accomplishment when we level up and finally acquire a new tool that we can try out. And I think that's a big part of the journey, almost like a video game, leveling up your items. If you want to invest in a few essentials, keep it simple. A good mechanical pencil so you never have to sharpen them, a regular wooden pencil if you prefer the classic feel, a kneaded or soft erasers for gentle corrections, or maybe some fine liners or brush pens if you're interested in inking. That's all you really need to get started. At the end of the day, the tool doesn't make the artist, the practice does. You could give a professional artist a cheap pencil and they'd still make something amazing. Meanwhile, you could give a beginner the best tools in the world and they'd still struggle. So don't overthink it. Just grab whatever you have and start drawing. Alright, let's talk about the basics, the secret sauce that every great drawing is built on. One of my favorite quotes is, "Learn the rules like a pro so you can break them down like an artist," by Picasso. You know, the guy that makes these works. He's kind of famous, so you might have seen one or two of these before. Think of it like constructing a house. You want to start with the roof before laying down a solid foundation, right? Everything you create, whether it's a lifelike portrait or a whimsical doodle, starts with mastering simple shapes and lines. It might sound basic, but every object you see is just a mix of circles, squares, triangles, and the lines that connect them. Once you're comfortable sketching those fundamentals, it's time to move to still life. That's where you practice drawing everyday objects like a bowl of fruit, a mug of coffee, or even a quirky lamp that's been gathering dust in your computer. Still life forces you to observe details like light, shadow, and texture, which are all essential in creating depth and realism in your work. But we don't stop here. Next up is breaking down individual features. If you're aiming to draw people or animals, start by focusing on one element at a time. Practice drawing eyes, noses, mouths, or even hands until you feel confident. It's like learning the vocabulary of drawing. Each feature is a word, and once you've mastered them, you can start forming sentences, or in our case, full portraits and characters. I remember when I was studying in an art academy, we used to spend weeks, sometimes even months, on a single feature made out of plaster and make still life drawings week after week under different lighting so we can get the structure down. Finally, when you're ready, combine all these skills to combine complete figures. This step is where everything comes together. The basic shapes, the still life observations, and the detailed features all merge into one cohesive piece of art. It might feel like a huge leap at first, but remember, every step builds on the last. Skip the basics and you are essentially trying to write a novel without knowing the alphabet. So take your time with these foundational skills. Practice them, have fun with them, and trust me, once you've gotten them down, you'll be amazed at how much art you improve. Art isn't meant to be a lonely grind, at least not anymore. Once you've gotten started, it's time to seek out inspiration and build a community. There's a whole world of artists out there on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, Blue Sky, and even art-specific forums, each to their own wild style and techniques. Ask questions, share your progress, and even jump into art challenges or prompts. It's amazing how much you can improve just by seeing that everyone is on the same boat, fumbling, learning, and celebrating every tiny win. Inspiration doesn't just come from other artists either, it's everywhere. It's nature, music, movies, or even in a quirky street scene on a rainy day. The more diverse your resources, the richer your creative journey becomes. Trust me, when I first started, I was so anxious about sharing my art. Hello, crippling social anxiety. That I almost kept it all to myself, but once you start interacting with fellow creatives, you'll see the feedback is not the enemy, it's a goldmine of ideas and motivation. Now, here's the real secret to growth: consistency and enjoyment. Every artist starts out as a beginner, and yes, you're going to make mistakes, lots of them. But remember, every doodle, every scribble, and even every drawing that makes you cringe are stepping stones towards improvement. It's like leveling up in your favorite video game. You unlock new skills and understand the fundamentals better with each attempt, no matter how tough the draft might be. Dedicate a few minutes every day to sketching, even if it's just a quick doodle. Don't worry about the perfection. Let your creativity flow and have fun with it. Experiment with different styles. Challenge yourself in a random subjects, or just simply play around with lines and shapes. Over time, you'll see progress in ways you didn't expect, and the joy of creation will keep you coming back for more. So embrace the messy, imperfect process. Celebrate every little victory, and most importantly, enjoy the ride. After all, art is as much about expressing yourself and having fun with it as it is about mastering technique. If you've been waiting for a sign to start drawing, this is the sign. Grab a pencil, open your sketchbook, scribble something. It doesn't have to be good, it just have to exist. No, I'm serious. Let's do it right now. Grab your pencil right now. I'm waiting for you. And hey, if you're already on this journey, drop a comment. What's the biggest struggle you've had while learning to draw? I'll try to help out in a future video. Now go, make art, have fun, and most important, remember, every single great artist started out as a beginner.